What is up everyone, Movie Worm back again with another What's Coming Next Month. This is just me talking about all the movies and TV shows that are going to be coming in April 2021. Now these are mainly UK release dates. There's some movies in here that have already been released in other countries because we get everything last. But there's also some movies that are brand new releases that are, getting released at the same time as everywhere else. So I might get a few dates here and there mixed up. I mean, I was very nearly going to say one of these is coming on the 14th of April. However, this morning, it's been moved to the 23rd of April, I believe. I'll get to that shortly. So there might just be one or two dates here and there that get moved through no fault of my own. And I haven't included every single new release in here. It's probably just the ones that have been worth noting down because there's so many shows and stuff that are coming. And there's so many streaming services out there. When I started this video series, I was mainly going to be focused on blockbusters coming to the cinemas and stuff. But of course, COVID had other ideas. But next month, I do believe that the cinemas are going to be opening here in the UK. And mainly everywhere worldwide. So hopefully we'll have a lot of new movies to talk about. AAA titles. I know Cruella and stuff are coming next month. So hopefully these videos will have some brighter titles in there, but there's still a few that are worth talking about here for sure. There's still some good things getting released, but these are all mainly, streaming service platforms like Netflix, Shudder, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, stuff like that, because they're the only things giving new movies out at the minute, obviously. Now, someone last month said that I didn't mention a TV show that was coming, but I did mention Line of Duty. I've only mentioned Line of Duty because I was really looking forward to that show. It's not really TV releases that I'm going for, like the BBC, ITV and stuff like that. It's mainly just streaming services. So next month, it'll be the same, but with cinemas, if that makes sense. So let's just get into what's coming in April 2021. Okay, so firstly, I'm just going to be talking about 3 TV shows that are going to be releasing over the course of the month, 1 episode a week. First off, we do have what I've just mentioned, Line of Duty, with 2 episodes in right now, and I know some of you have came to this channel, seeing my videos that I've been doing weekly and just giving my thoughts. They're not expert opinions or anything like that. I just do them for a bit of fun because I do like the show, but I'm not a detective. But it's good in the comments seeing everyone interact and seeing what they think of the show. But so far, I'm enjoying it. I don't think it's as strong as the other series, but I do think that more events are going to unfold, and I really can't wait for Sunday actually, because I just want to see what happens next. It does leave you on a cliff's edge every episode there, and it had a good ending last week. We're also going to be carrying on The Mighty Ducks Game Changers, which I haven't started watching yet. The first episode released last Friday, so I want to watch the films first before I get into that. It is a show that I want to watch and review on the channel. Just haven't got around to the films yet. I know a lot of people my age used to watch them as kids and have a lot of nostalgia, but I'm going to make it my mission this month to watch the first 3 and then get into that show because I really, really want to watch them. I watched the trailer on Disney Plus for the first one, and I just want to watch it now. I'm itching for a sports type movie at the minute, and I think that's a good place to start, especially with the new show coming out. They're going to be releasing every Friday, I think. And we're also lastly getting a new episode of The Winter Soldier every Friday. I think it's wrapping up this month. I think there's going to be 6 episodes. I think I read that somewhere. So 1 more episode every Friday for the next 4 weeks. I'm really enjoying this show actually. I think it's had a great start. That new Captain America, I really like the character of him, but something at the end of the episode just made me think, oh. But it's interesting, it's like a blockbuster TV series really. It's like mini Marvel films in one show. So they're the 3 that are going to be releasing over the course of the month. That did start last month. So let's just get into the first releases of the month that haven't started already. And these are coming on the 1st of April. So first off, a big release of the month, one of the biggest releases of the month. This has already been released in the US, but we're only getting it a day later, not the end of the world. And that is Godzilla vs. Kong, of course, coming on the 1st of April. Now you might be scratching your head saying, oh, what streaming service is this coming to? It's actually coming to VOD, so you can pay to download it on iTunes, Amazon Prime, your bleeming Xbox store, whatever you want. So think that's going to be the deal really here with HBO. I mean, Justice League came to Now TV last month, I think. So it depends really, doesn't it? I mean, there's another release in the middle of the month, which I'll get to, and I don't quite know what that's going to release on, but I think it's going to go the same type as Godzilla vs Kong, and I'm looking forward to it. I watched Godzilla King of the Monsters last week, and I had a bit of fun with that movie, you know. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but the monster fights were where it was at best, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Godzilla face off with King Kong here. I haven't watched any reviews, but I've heard good things here and there, so looking forward to it. I will be reviewing this on the channel in due course, very shortly, because I'm looking on watching it as soon as it releases. So that is Godzilla vs Kong on the 1st of April. We're also getting another 2021 movie on the 1st of April, and this is coming to Amazon Prime, an Amazon Prime original, and this is called The Mauritanian. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Or Mauritanian. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly anyway. I think this is already released just a month ago in the US, but this stars Jodie Foster, and she is, you know, taking the case of this terrorist, or apparent terrorist. I missed one finger out there. Apparent terrorist who set up 9/11 and was a big mastermind in how 9/11 played out, but he's never actually been charged. He's just on Guantanamo Bay, and he's sort of getting tortured and stuff, and trying to get answers, you know, squeezed out of him. That's the vibe I got, but it looked like a really good political thriller. I mean, I'm not really into these type of films in all honesty, but it looks like the government and all this are going to be involved. I mean, at one point, I think it's Benedict Cumberbatch, who's also in the film, says, I've never believed in conspiracy theories, but if I was ever to believe in one, this would be it. So, and he's on the opposite side. He's in the actual government. So it looks interesting. I might try and review this on the channel. I'm going to look on watching this when it releases. But it looked interesting. I think it was one of the better trailers that came out this month. By the way, I forgot to mention, every single trailer for everything I mentioned will be down below if you want to check any of these out. And lastly, on the 1st of April as well, we do have Creepshow Series 2 coming to Shudder. Now, I haven't watched Creepshow Series 1. My cousin Michael has. He said it was okay. Some of the episodes were weaker than the others. But I recently watched Creepshow 2 on Blu-ray because I bought the Blu-ray box set, and I liked it, so I might start watching these. I think they're only short, like 20 minutes long or something like that. Maybe 30 minutes. And I think they're more like, Are You Afraid of the Dark episodes, because each one is different, but for adults with lots of blood and gore in. I think it's that type of thing. So if you like little mini horror stories, that might be something worth noting down, especially if you own Shudder. So 1st of April, we got Godzilla vs Kong, The Mauritanian, and Creepshow Series 2. Coming on the 2nd of April, we do have 3 Netflix releases. The first one is Concrete Cowboy. This stars Idris Elba and Caleb McLaughlin. Now, Caleb McLaughlin you might remember from Stranger Things. He's only a young actor. Basically, this is Caleb McLaughlin moving in with Idris Elba. I think he might be his father, or I think he was his father. But basically, he is into like this horseback riding scene, and he rides this horse around the town, just like he's in the middle of a western there. But he also takes place in these events that happen, which you see towards the end of the trailer. But I think it's more to do with the relationship of the two. I think Idris Elba doesn't really get on with him, because at one moment Caleb McLaughlin in the trailer says, "You hate me" and stuff like that. But it looks like they're gonna form a relationship towards the end of the film. I don't know. I'm just guessing there. But going by this trailer, it didn't really look like my type of film. But if you like your dramas and stuff, this one might be for you, especially with Idris Elba, and he is a fantastic actor. I mean, I think he's great. Really looking forward to seeing him in the Suicide Squad. But that is Concrete Cowboy, and that's coming to Netflix on the 2nd of April. We also have Run. Now, this has already been released in America, I believe, last year. A lot of people have reviewed it, but we're just getting it now. And it stars Sarah Paulson, who is homeschooling a child, her daughter there. But her daughter starts to suspect that she's starting to go crazy and hiding this dark secret. And Sarah Paulson looks like she's really not wanting her daughter to leave the house whatsoever. Now, my friend has watched this, Jamie, and he said it's really good. You need to watch it when it releases. So maybe I'll check out Run. I've heard snippets here and there of people saying it's good, but I don't watch reviews until I've done my review. So I might check out Run. And next up we do have, sorry, I was just looking down there what I wrote. Madame Claude. Now, I think this is a true story. It's a French film, so there is subtitles, but I don't mind subtitles personally because I feel like I get more into the film because I'm concentrating on every bit of dialogue. But this is basically about a brothel owner, and she's sick of women getting called all these things, by the look of this trailer anyway, and she says, well, if we're going to get called these things, I might as well just carry on because no one's going to change their mind, and she opens a brothel. That's the gist I got from the trailer, and it's a very, very successful business. However, she doesn't realise that her world's about to come crashing down because all these drug lords and stuff start using her, and in her brothel and stuff like that. Looked like a good little thriller actually, but I don't think it looked anything amazing, but it might be an interesting one to check out. So that is 3 releases coming on the 2nd of April. So we've got Madame Claude, Run and Concrete Cowboy, all coming to Netflix on the 2nd. Jumping a bit forward now to the 8th of April, we do have a Shudder release, a Shudder original called The Power. Now this basically takes place in 1973 about this young nurse who starts in this hospital, and the head nurse says, just do what I say, you can't go wrong. And she's like, oh, okay then. She goes, okay, so tonight when the power gets switched off, I need you to mind this hospital. And she's like, well, I've got to, be on my own here in the dark? And she's like, well, is there a problem? You're scared of the dark? And basically, a lot of bad things start to happen in there. And it looks like it's a haunted hospital. It looked pretty good, to be honest. I mean, some of the Shudder releases can be hit and miss, but I have enjoyed more than I haven't enjoyed, in all honesty. And this one, to me, looks like something I might check out. So that is The Power, coming on the 8th of April. And quick reminder, if you want to check out these trailers, they are down below. Now, coming on the 9th of April, we do have 4 big releases here. One of them is Night in Paradise. This is a Korean film, and it looks like it's about this gangster and this big mob are after him, basically, this big crime gang. So he decides to take refuge on an island with this woman he's just met, because she's running from something as well. But the gang don't stop there. I think they try and get to his family, to try and entice him off this island. And then I think they go to the island themselves. But the girl he has took refuge with also has a very dark secret. So this one could be one to look out for. It looked really brutal, and if you like crime, gangster films, this one might be for you. Like I said, it is a Korean film, so there is subtitles, but like I said, doesn't bother me. Next up is Thunder Force. This stars Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer. I do really like Octavia Spencer, but sometimes Melissa McCarthy, I can take or leave her films. I mean, I really enjoyed the film Spy, but she was the worst thing about it. So, I don't know about this one. This is basically these two who gain superpowers in an experimental lab. They inject themselves with these powers and become superheroes. The most unlikely of superheroes, really. In the trailer, they go, why can't we just stop these 2 women in the 40s? So, it's just basically what it says on the tin. It doesn't look like it's going to do anything different or anything like that. We've all seen these superhero movies before, done in different ways. But that is Thunder Force. It could be a fun one. That's coming to Netflix on the 9th of April. So look out for that. Next up, we are getting something that is nearly a year later now. And that is Palm Springs on Amazon Prime. I know a lot of people have seen this movie. It's basically a time loop film with these 2 characters stuck on this little... I think there's a wedding taking place and they're stuck on there. Every day they wake up and it's just the same of a wedding they were attending in California, I believe. In this place called Palm Springs. Seen these movies a lot of times, but I have heard good things about this film. I haven't personally seen it myself, but like I said, I've heard it's really, really good. So that one might be one I'll check out. But again, a year later we've got that release, which is I think it started on Hulu, which we don't have over here. So we're finally getting it on Amazon Prime. And the last release coming to Amazon Prime is a TV series called Them. This one looked really good, actually. This is about a black family who move into this perfect looking neighbourhood, but everyone else there is white, and they don't like this family who've moved in because obviously there's a lot of racism involved. I think it takes place in 1950s America. But there's more to it than that. It looks like it's going into a thriller, and this family being terrorised by all the rest of the neighbourhood. but it's more than that. It looks like there's dark forces at work in the house they've moved into and stuff. I thought it was like a thriller, but in the end I thought that might be a horror. And I think this is an anthology series, so the first series is going to be based on this story, and the next series will be something totally different. But that is them on Amazon Prime. So there's all the releases for the 9th of April 2021. Coming on the 12th of April, we do have a directional debut by Darius Marder, and that is Sound of Metal. Now, I know a lot of people have somehow seen this film. I personally haven't, but it's up for an Oscar, so it must have something about it. I mean, I've heard a lot of people out there on Twitter and stuff say how good it is. And it's basically Riz Ahmed, who is a drummer losing his hearing ability. And the doctors are telling him that you better stop because you need to perceive this last bit of hearing you've got, but he's driven to become a successful drummer. That's what I got from the trailer anyway. Like I said, I haven't seen it. But this is a director I think we should watch out for. If he's up for an Oscar on his first try, and a lot of people are saying how much they love the film. Riz Ahmed is actually meant to be amazing in this, so yeah, this is coming to Amazon Prime on the 12th of April. Olivia Cook's also in there, by the way, and she's really good in Bates Motel, so that is pulling me towards it even more, but I'm definitely going to check this out. That is Sound of Metal, Amazon Prime, 12th of April. Coming on the 14th of April is another film that's been out for quite a while in other countries, but we're finally getting it here on Netflix. This is Love and Monsters, and it stars Dylan O'Brien from the Maze Runner films, and Michael Rooker, who is great in everything. Another one I'm really looking forward to seeing in the Suicide Squad, along with Idris Elba there. This basically looks like monsters have took over the world and a few remaining humans have survived underground. But Dylan O'Brien's character has this love interest and he's sick of not wondering where she is, so he sets out to find her. And it looks like he's got to cross country there and battle with all these monsters to get there, and it looks like he's going to team up with Michael Rooker, so this looks like a lot of fun. I've heard good things about this as well. I think I'll check this one out on the 14th of April, coming to Netflix. Now, just the one release on the 15th of April, this is called The Banishing, and this is coming to Shudder. I've got to be honest, I wasn't really blown away by this trailer or anything like that. This is basically about the most haunted house in England, I believe. I think it's England. And I think this takes place in the 1930s. It's another haunted house. It's another haunted house movie, really, isn't it? I mean, I think the one thing that didn't entice me about this trailer is because the other one, The Power, looked a little bit better, about the haunted hospital. But this one, you know, like I said, never judge a movie by its trailer, guys, but it's basically just a haunted house movie where this family move in. But if you want to know more about that, that will be down below. So that is coming to Shudder, The Banishing, on the 15th of April. Okay, so two releases coming on the 16th of April. One of them is a TV series coming to Disney Plus, and that is Big Shot. Now, this is basically about a basketball coach who gets sacked from his job, and then he goes to an all-girls school and becomes the basketball coach, and it looks like these girls are just gonna take no shit off him whatsoever and just answer him back and stuff like that. But then it looks like they form a relationship and start to play well. Typical sports type tropes there, but you know what, I like these sort of things, so I might check this one out. Actually, it looks really good from the trailer. It looks like they start to really, you know, latch onto this coach basically and form this big bond and become a proper team. So that is Big Shot, a new series that I didn't see coming on the 16th of April to Disney Plus. So if you like your sports type dramas, that one might be worth checking out. And we are also getting Promising Young Woman, another Oscar nomination movie this year starring Kerry Mulligan. And I know a lot of people have seen this one as well, but I've heard nothing but good things about this. I think, I might be wrong here, like I said, I haven't seen it. I think it's about, I think she's a young woman who suffers a rape incident or something like that, and no one believes her, and she sets out to get revenge basically on this boy who's sort of messed her life up. I think that's what it's about, but it's an Oscar nomination movie and I've heard nothing but good things, so I'm going to check it out. That is coming to Now TV, or Sky if you like. I think they're the same thing, on the 16th of April. So Big Shot and Promising Young Woman, UK releases on the 16th of April. Coming on the 22nd of April, looks like a big movie for Netflix actually. This is called Stowaway, and this stars Anna Kendrick and Toni Collette and a bunch of other decent actors, you know. So This one is basically about a ship. I think this is the gist I got anyway, and a stowaway hits the ship in space. They're on the way to Mars, but they are starting to lose oxygen because the ship has been damaged, and only 3 out of the 4 remaining members are allowed to survive. So someone is going to have to sacrifice their life. So that sounds quite good, actually. It looked like it was really well filmed as well. But a bit of a space adventure with depressing storylines thrown in there. I mean, I would hate to be in that situation where there's only like 4 of you, and one of you have got to, just sort of pick who's going to die, basically. Kind of like the ending of Armageddon, where they do all the short straws. So that one looked quite interesting. That is Stowaway, coming to Netflix on the 22nd of April. Coming on the 23rd of April, looks like a big TV series release for Netflix, and this is called Shadow and Bone. And this is based on a load of novels, best-selling novels there. So this is basically a fantasy action type deal with this young woman who has the ability, I think, to summon monsters or get rid of monsters, one or the other. And all these boat crews need it. That's what I got from the trailer. Could be, I might be getting something mixed up there, but that's the gist I got. I didn't really like the look of this, I'm not going to lie, but everyone underneath in the comments was saying how good it looked and how much they're looking forward to it. So, if that's your type of thing, I really hope that you might enjoy this. I might check it out, I don't know yet. Didn't really look like my type of deal. But that is Shadow and Bone, a big Netflix TV series production coming on the 23rd of April. And next up we have my one to watch. So every month I pick one to watch that I think might be the best or the one I'm most excited for, and that is Mortal Kombat. So this might be the same type of deal as Godzilla vs Kong because it's coming to HBO Max, so I think you might have to pay to download it on Prime or something unless it comes to Now TV, something like that. But one way or the other, I'm going to watch this movie because I am so excited for it after seeing that trailer. I am a fan of the 1994 film, so and the video game, so I'm really looking forward to this. I thought the trailer looked excellent. It looked like it's going for the gore, the violence, rated R, the whole lot. Sub-Zero and Scorpion having fights, just all the characters are in there. Looks like they've got a new character in there as well. I forgot his name now, but I don't think he was in the games, which was surprising because there's so many characters to choose from. But I'm really looking forward to this. The martial arts looks great. It looks like it's sticking to, the tournament style thing that the game goes for. I'm really hoping that this is the start of video games being released as movies, but doing them well. Because there's a lot of potential out there. And obviously we're getting Resident Evil, Metal Gear Solid coming down the line. And this is just the start. So, Mortal Kombat, 23rd of April, my one to watch. And we're also getting Shadow and Bone, the Netflix TV show. Coming on the 26th of April is a documentary sequel, In the Search of Darkness Part 2. Now this is coming to Shudder, and I've heard In the Search of Darkness is a brilliant horror documentary. I personally haven't seen it, but I really did want to, and I just never got round to it. I don't know why, but going by this trailer for Part 2, it just looks like it's got my name plastered all over it. The interviewing Robert Englund, Sean S. Cunningham, the Friday the 13th director there. All sorts of horror actors. I'm really wanting to watch this, but I might have to watch Part 1 first. This is coming to Shudder, so if you like your horror documentaries, look no further. It looks like it's exploring the 80s more than anything there. So yeah, if you like your horror documentaries, In the Search of Darkness Part 2 is coming on the 26th of April to Shudder. And on the 30th of April we do have 2 releases. The first one is Nomadland, starring Frances McDormand, directed by Chloe Zhao. Zhao or Zhao? Sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. She's also doing the Eternals movie, so she might be a director to look out for because Nomadland is up for an Oscar. So we've got a few Oscar nominations coming out this month. And I've heard nothing but good things about this. This is coming to Disney Plus, which I didn't see coming to that streaming service, I'm not going to lie. I thought it probably would have come to Prime or Netflix or something, but yeah, it's coming to Disney Plus. And this is basically about Frances McDormand. I think she loses her home. I haven't seen it. I know a lot of people have. And she basically takes to the road and becomes a nomad. And I think she's living in a caravan. Now that to me doesn't sound like the most entertaining film, but I actually seen someone on Twitter say, who'd have thought a woman travelling around in a caravan could be so fun? So it must have something more to it, but I'm going to check it out because it's an Oscar nomination, of course. And also we are getting Tom Clancy's Without Remorse on Amazon Prime. This looks like a really good film, actually. This one came out of nowhere for me. When I seen the trailer, I was kind of blown away. And this has got get the guy out of Creed, and why have I forgot his name? Michael B. Jordan, sorry about that. Every time I'm cameraing, my mind just blanks. Michael B. Jordan, of course. And this is a thriller movie about Michael B. Jordan, who is just this big... In the trailer, he's referred to as stronger than anyone on the government's team. So they sort of want to put an end to him because he's going to come after them because someone's killed his wife as well in the process. But there's the threat of World War IV start and typical Tom Clancy stuff, really. But it looks like there's a lot of action in there and a lot of great set piece sequences, stuff like that. So that one might be worth checking out. That is Tom Clancy's Without Remorse, coming to Amazon Prime on the 30th of April, and Nomadland coming to Disney Plus on the 30th of April as well. Okay guys, hope you all enjoyed this video. Is there any releases that you're looking forward to? Don't forget, all the trailers are down below for all of these releases. So I hope this video was okay. I mean, I know it's not the most exciting month or anything like that, but like I said, cinemas are coming back next month and we'll have some AAA movies to talk about, of course. But there's still some good titles in here, I feel, like Mortal Kombat. I'm looking forward to the 3 Oscar-nominated movies as well, to be honest. So, yeah, and the Mortarian, I keep getting that mixed up. That one looks really good as well. And the last one I just spoke about, the Tom Clancy film. But if there's anything you're looking forward to, leave it down below. I will reply to every single one of you, I promise. And I do apologise if I missed anything off, but I think I did cover everything. Take it all easy, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.